here, and these are the new ones coming on. I checked them this morning. Just a second. So this is my brooder in here, and where I keep them. The next egg layer is coming on. Hello there, chickadees. And I keep 6 to 10 in here at all times. And they stay here for 3 months. And then they go to the big pen. But the big pen has got separate pens in it. And I'll show you that in a little bit. Now this is the big pen down here. I've got a lot of different pens built through here. But those chickens in the little hutch, what they'll do is in 3 months they graduate to this pen. And then these guys here, by that time, they'll be ready to lay. Now I'll tell you the way I introduced these young chickens with this big flock. See that little bitty rooster over there? Man, he is some kind of loud. Come here, big boy. Smallest chicken of all. He's the boss. Come here, big boy. Ain't he beautiful? He don't probably don't weigh but a pound. Anyways, then him, that little coach in there, he's everybody's buddy. Anyhow, boy, ain't these beautiful chickens. I forgot the name of these. They had them at Rural King, and they're just so beautiful. Ow! 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 They're fixing to get fed. Now, let's see here. Anyhow, so they'll be ready to lay in about 3 months. They'll be grown. Oh, I was telling you, the way I graduate my small chickens is I've got a door here in the front, and it's locked down. And I'll just hold this up, and they get out anytime they want. Now, but honestly, I have such a large space that I really don't have to worry about chickens picking on each other. If you have a big enough space, the chickens usually leave each other alone. When you don't want to turn them in, the new ones into a big flock, or the older chickens, as I found in my personal experience, is when you don't want to do that, is when they're confined, like in a building or a small chicken yard. Now this chicken yard here, it's got a cover and everything on it, and it's not being used right now. I'm leaving it because I'm going to plant some melons or something in it, because the chickens got such a huge area to run anyhow. You see how the chickens had scratched all that up? Now what happened last night is a rat hole there. And you know, rats can actually be quite useful, because whereas none of us like rats, you know, when they dig up the ground and makes it all nice and loose and everything, and them chickens, they dig in it and they get all them bugs and stuff around it. But not only that, is rats are a good source of protein for your chickens, you know, your rats and your mice. Unless you overfeed your chickens and the rats are, all they're doing is eating your chicken feed, but that don't happen in our area, because what we do is we feed the chickens 3 ounces of 15 to 16% protein and 1 ounce of soybean meal a piece a day. So when they get out and they're ready to eat, they're hungry. And you know, I don't leave feed out for them all the time. Now, what I fed them this morning, they're hungry. They'll clean that up. And feel pity for any rat or mice that comes out and enter their pen before they get turned loose, because they'll be breakfast. And there's no one can really say anything against the results, because 2/3 of my chickens lay all through the winter. I've got my way of doing things, and it works out very well, and I have no feed waste. Where I've heard some people say, oh gosh, I'm going through 3 or 4 50-pound bags of feed a week for my 20 chickens. Now they're feeding a herd of rats, because I go through a 50-pound bag just about every 6 to 7 days. And what I get is the commodities, and it's $7.50 at Rural King. It's 15% protein. So I figure between that and the soybean meal, I'm paying about $10 a week. And right now I'm getting almost 2 dozen eggs. So you can figure today, so you figure that's what, 14 a week? So 14 dozen eggs for about $10, more or less. Plus, I give them a cap full of peppers, chili peppers or cayenne pepper, or whatever I get. They get a cap full of that in their day's meal. These chickens are very healthy. You can very well see that. And, you know, I know we got some mud. We had a horrible, horrible bunch of rain. But these chickens are very healthy chickens. Now, you see where the hay is scattered out through here? I don't like mud. So what I do is I've got this farmer friend, and he sells me all of his junk hay that other people don't want to feed to their animals. And I get it for $3 a bale, and I'm pleased with that. And when it gets wet in my chicken pen, I spread that hay out. They love it. And you see this right here. This is my area here for the chickens to run through. And I've got, inside my chicken pen, I've got about 10 fruit trees. And last year, those fruit trees were so full, they were bending the branches down to the ground. My groundhog hole, it looks like he's been going in and out there, folks. You see that little disturbance in the dirt? I don't know whether to keep him or not. I don't know what to do. I don't know if he's gonna mess with my chickens this year. What do y'all think? Hello, Ethel. What you doing? Oh, you've got your full of grain, so you're going around looking for some bugs and worms now, huh? Well, if you want bugs and worms, you come over here to this thing. Now, seeing that I cut trees, I have all the wood chips I want. And I put about 3 dump truck loads right here. Now, I'm going to tell you something. That thing is so full of grubs. Now, all this right here, this was up here. And those chickens is just, I mean, they just level it all out. They'll be out here. You'll see them when it gets hot. Well, you probably won't see them unless I show you, but anyways, they'll get up there and they'll scratch that, and it's just loaded full of grubs. And then they got this area here. They got quite a good area to pick in. I know there's a lot of stuff in here, but I'm in the process of building and cleaning. And plus, then I'm always pruning hedges or brush or something. And so I've got a whole lot of stuff here I gotta yet burn up. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna get back up to the house. My little wifey, she's got something going on. She's had meningitis about 9-10 years ago, and she's had a trial ever since. and real bad infections all the time. And not just one particular infection. Ear infection, kidney infection, bladder infections. Just whatever she gets a little nick in, she gets a bad infection, and it's gotten to where the antibiotics have such a hard time working that sometimes she has to go in the hospital for 4 or 5 days and have them put in IVs. So she's having a time with it today. I guess we'll be going up in the emergency room trying to get something done there. So you guys have a good day, and I hope you enjoy your day and your family and the people around you. I always show a lot of love and a lot of care, and if there's somebody out there in need of something and you can make your life a little bit better and simpler, well, that's always a good thing to do, because you know the Bible says it's better to give than to receive, and I really believe that. Good for the soul, good for the heart. Bye-bye. Hey, you guys, be sure and check Bobblehead out. He's a lot of fun. Bobblehead Homestead.